Make your way to ballroom 2. Jamison's presentation, he talked about the 4 value propositions or the pillars of our Smart Food program: smart manufacturing, smart food safety, smart supply chain. We now have the smart facilities session. And our first speaker is Yusak Yohannes, and he is the EcoStruxure Power and Building Deployment Leader. So please welcome Yusak to the stage.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm gonna present the digital electrical distribution for food and beverage industry. Here we go. So, electricity is essential for our life, whether it is for our personal life and also for our business. Electricity is energy for us to run our factory, run our office, and etc. But nowadays, it is not that easy to manage electrical like it used to do. So there are challenges, and also behind the challenge, we also have the opportunity. So the first challenge is safety. Of course, 22% of electrical fault can lead to fire. So we have our technology, we have our solution SM6 connected, and the power monitoring expert, which can give you the alarm to identify whether there is electrical fault before it goes worse. So the second one is reliability of your electricity. So as we understand that your machine, your facility needs a clean energy to run your expensive machine. And sometimes your machine is very sensitive to any poor quality disturbance. But unfortunately, the poor quality issue, 70% comes from your own sites. So this is what challenge we are facing right now in electrical distribution. And the last challenge is, of course, the power interruption. So power interruption is the nightmare for you, for your business, and this is what we address in our EcoStruxure power, is your power availability. But behind this challenge, we also have the opportunities to your electrical distribution. The first one is we can reduce the cost of your OPEX and also the maintenance. The next one, we also have the system, we have the tools, we have the platform to enable you to reduce your CapEx also. And the last one is efficiency. Of course, energy is a cost, energy is money. So we also have the value in EcoStruxure power to reduce the billing cost of your electricity. And how we do this, how we can face all the challenges, and also we can grab the opportunity of the electricity and the energy dilemma, is using IoT technology. Our IoT platforms for electrical distribution is called EcoStruxure Power. It's already mentioned by Mike this morning. So this is the answer, how we can increase the productivity, how we can increase the availability, how we can increase the reliability of your electrical distribution system is using IoT, using EcoStruxure Power we have in Schneider Electric. Okay. But especially for EcoStruxure for food and beverage, we have the challenge from farm to fork. We have to improve sustainability, efficiency, and transparency for your operation. That's thanks to digital innovation we have in EcoStruxure Power. Okay, a disruptive market is the challenge because nowadays customer demands fast-moving customer market. With demand behavior, customer buying behavior is evolving quickly. And the success of F&B industry is associated with brand image, agility, and cost optimization. Of course, nowadays, when you see various of, like I take the example of beverage industry. They're changing so quickly, like previously when we found that the research say Indonesian people like to drink tea, and all the manufacturers create tea business, and recently we found that Indonesian people also love to drink coffee, and all manufacturers creates coffee. When you are not agile to react to this customer behavior, so it will make you lag behind all the competition. Okay, the F&B industry needs to produce more feed. The growing world. As we know that the cost of the raw material is increased, and also the global warming also impact our raw material cost and also the availability of our raw material. This is the challenge. We can create the system that the cost efficient and also reduce the waste of rejected products. Okay. How we feed the world in 2050 is a 34% growing world population, raw material price increase, and demand for energy is 200% by 2050. We need more water in 2050 by 50% also more. Shrinking farmland and food wasted. This is the challenge that you are facing as a food and beverage industry player. Okay? This is the challenge in food and beverage. The first one, already mentioned by Mike this morning, that nowadays we also need to think on employee that working for your factory. I believe when we grow old, the next generation will continue to operate your facility, and this is also a challenge because nowadays people like young generation, when we ask them, what are you going to be? What are you going to be in the future? I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a vlogger. Not like us when we were kids. What are you going to be? I want to be a director. I want to be a pilot. This is the challenge because we need to create the workforce that relevant to them nowadays. The second is production flexibility. This is what I mentioned before. We need to react to the customer behavior. Okay. The next one, regulatory compliance. As you know, when we are talking about digitization, cybersecurity is a challenge, and then energy efficiency standard is also a challenge for us to meet the regulation. The next one, to ensure product quality, we need to have the good power quality, the need of power availability. We need to get the assurance for this product quality. And the last one, and the most important one, is to lower cost of production. Of course, this will impact because when you reduce your cost of production, you have more competition benefit to your competitor. And also, this is also impacting instantly. You get the efficiency, you get the money back to you. Okay, the next one is challenge one, workforce. Because younger generation, as we know that our younger generation is a digital generation. They are digital native. Digital native means when they wake up, they see the screen. They play with the tablet, with the PC very, very fluently. Not like us. Perhaps when we are very young kids, we play with the marbles, right? We chasing the kite. We play kite in the street. But this younger generation, they used to see the screen. They used to see the tablet. They used to see the digital world. And also, they are aware on green image of the company. Of course, if we can contribute on the global warming program, we can attract this younger generation to come to our facility, to come to our factory, to come to our company. They want to be data-driven productivity content. They want to get the insight of our plan, and they want to be a good contributor to planet and society program. So, digitalized electrical distribution architecture nowadays is affordable, and it's also the common technology and a common platform for any industries. For building, food and beverage, metal and mining, all industries are common with this kind of technology. So I think when in 5 years, in 10 years, your company is not using electrical digital electrical system, this younger generation will reluctant to work in your company. Okay, so this is what we are doing in our electrical digital electrical distribution. Schneider has EcoStruxure power. All the devices connected to the gateway, so the gateway can send the data to the cloud and analyzed by our expert, by our advisor. As you know, we have 3 layers, products, connected products, edge control, and advisor. Advisor gives you the diagnostic to act, to react on based on the condition you have. Okay, so this is the workforce. So the second one, we have the production flexibility. As I mentioned before, nowadays customer behavior is changing so quickly. I give you an example in instant noodle. Recently, few years back, there was a trend of cabe hijau noodles. And then after that, all the noodles manufacturer makes the products cabe hijau. Recently, nowadays, we heard about ayam geprek, perhaps. Ayam geprek flavor. And then all the manufacturer create the same products that has ayam geprek flavor. So when we know that this is the trend, and we are late to adapt with the market, or perhaps, okay, we can create, but next year, we will lose the traction. We will lose the business. In fact, when you are in 1 year, you create the products, and the product is, the demand is not there already. Okay, so with the EcoStruxure power, you can speed up the product introduction. Why? Because we have the right tools and guidance for the build adaptable. We have tools to build to design the electrical distribution so quickly, so we can meet the challenge of flexibility. This is our success story in Australia, 5M. So the challenge is a customer wants to be responsive for fast changing customer demands. And we answer that using our EcoStruxure platform. Okay. The next one is regulatory compliance. As I mentioned before, cybersecurity, energy compliance, and then carbon footprint. I know in Indonesia, carbon footprint is not strict already, not strict yet, but we are going there. Okay, it is mandatory to be up to date, compliant with the standard, cybersecurity, and have the capability to prove carbon footprint. Cybersecurity and energy efficiency standards and certification will impact in the way to design new architecture. So Schneider platform, EcoStruxure platform is cybersecurity standard. We follow the regulation and also the certification. Okay, this is one example in Europe, grain player, to comply with the regulation. The customer benefit is reduction in carbon dioxide emission to 127 tons per year, and also the reduction of power cost by 36%. Okay. The next challenge we have here is to ensure the product quality. So the production breakdown, we have to guarantee part availability, identify and diagnose failure rapidly, and act fast to reduce impact of sensitive production. I believe there are some sensitive machine, some sensitive system in your production facility that impacted with a very small poor quality disturbance, like dip, sag, swell. And also this kind of machine will shut down or will restart if this kind of poor quality disturbance occurs. So we have the solution to pinpoint where the problems come from, which machine create poor quality issue, which motor creates dip, let's say, which motor has been broken in the windings, perhaps, which leads to voltage dip as well. So to avoid abnormal situation and production breakdowns, we have the solution. We can find the problem source using our solution. When we can also solve the issue, like harmonic issue, sag and swell issue, using our solution in Schneider Electric, using EcoStruxure power devices. And of course, safety is the important ones. We need to keep the power safe. We have SMCs connected, which can tell you when there is the problem occurs. Like perhaps in the loose connection between the cable and MV connection, whether it is an arc flash inside the panel. So we have the sensor to shut down the system when it finds the arc inside the panel. Of course, when you are doing the maintenance for SMC, it's a bit challenging because you need to shut down the panel before you can do the infrared inspection. But using our latest technology of wireless sensor, it can tell you automatically, safely, and it gives you the alarm when the abnormal condition occurs. Okay, the last challenge is, of course, how we can lower the cost of production to minimize the cost of production and increase profitability, and also the good understanding and benchmarking of factory performance. If you have a lot of factory, it's good for us to can compare. We can benchmark whether this factory compared to the other factory has a better efficiency, or is there any good initiative from other factory that can implement to the factory that has a low efficiency. And this may help to plan and reduce maintenance costs and also optimize the energy use. So using our platform, Power Monitoring Expert, you can get the insight of your energy plan your electricity, your production line, whether it's in the for lighting, motor, air conditioner, and everything, you can benchmark. Whether in any initiative you have in one plan, this is good, and you can implement to the other plan. And maintenance is also a challenge, because you can say if you don't maintain your electrical asset, it can lead to power failure, and it leads to business loss, and your availability and also the reliability of your electrical distribution system is threatened. So we have asset advisor, which tells you what happens and you can diagnose whether your asset, your transformer, your MV cubicle, whether it's in good condition or not. So it can tell you when to do the maintenance, and there are a bureau here. If you can see here, there are a bureau sitting in his desk, looking at your plan. So whenever there are something happen and needs you to do the action quickly, he will send you the notification through the apps, and tells you to do the maintenance of your asset. So this one is to provide you the diagnostic information, to tells you the proactive maintenance rather than you do the preventive maintenance, scheduled maintenance. This one is this is good because it can reduce the maintenance cost. Okay, so this is we did our success story in Sweden, Macmillan whiskey. So the challenge is to improve efficiency in operation and maintenance tasks. So our team in Sweden follow in very initial stage, and at that time we suggest to remove the motor. Instead of using the motor, we use the natural gravity. So we don't need natural gravity, and we can reduce the energy cost by 50%. Okay? So this is the architecture. So perhaps you are wondering, okay, I have already my process automation system. What can we do with the electrical system? What can we add in our current system with the EcoStruxure power? So this is your process automation. This is your PLC for your process. We have a flow meter, we have a PLC, and this wonderful system platform using the Orchestra information server and etc. Historian is to collect the data, and this is your Wonderware screen. What we can do here is to add the power monitoring expert using the PME database, which communicate between PME database and historian. So we can get the information transaction here, the data transaction. And the next one, we connect power monitor expert with the power devices, like power meter, power breakers, motor control, and everything. So you can get the information of your energy plan. Let's say you want to know how much I produce one product, how much energy cost I already use for one product, and it can be tracked whether it's for let's say for beverage industry, for strawberry flavor, for the chocolate flavor. We can get the information if you using this kind of architecture. Okay. So between PME and historian, we are using the ETL to communicate each other, so we can trade the information between power monitoring expert, the electrical distribution, and to your process. Okay. This is KPI engine, and for the device layer, we can have the OPC, we can have Modbus, we have open protocol for EcoStruxure power. Not to mention also if you have third-party devices from our competitor, let's say, it also can be integrated to our system because as you know that the EcoStruxure is an open platform, so it not restrict to only Schneider product. Okay? And you get the dashboard. This is the feature from power monitoring expert. You get the dashboard, you get the report. You can change the context, whether you want to see the dashboard weekly, monthly, daily, per shift, per production line, and everything. You can get the detailed information of your energy using the power monitoring expert. Okay, for, sorry. Okay, so this is our EcoStruxure stack. We have connected products, we have edge control and apps and analytics system and services. For connected product, you in the left part here, you can see the process automation devices. It connected to Foxborough DCS. And from the right part of the connected products, we have ion meters, Masterpack MTZ, Galaxy VX UPSs, Preamset, SM6 connected. It is part of our EcoStruxure power monitoring SCADA. And from the advisory level, we have asset advisor and power advisor. Power advisor is to tell you the health, the quality of your electrical network, and asset advisor is to tell you the asset safety, the asset itself, like SM6, your transformer, the health of the big motor, let's say. The power advisor, the asset advisor is for the asset diagnostic. Okay, this is the typical architecture for F&B batch processes. This is the typical electric diagram from plant floor to the LV gear and MV gear. This is the installation of your equipment, your panel SM6 and your transformer. From the digital layer here, we have machine structure to connect to the machine. And we can see here, we have also the control expert to control your IPMCC. And it's also integrated to our electrical devices like ACB, relay, SM6, smart panel, active harmony filter, capacitor bank, UPSs. So this is the architecture if you want to get the benefit, the benefit of EcoStruxure power and EcoStruxure in food and beverage. And this one is the last, is the typical architecture for large size for F&B continuous process. This is the your continuous process unit, one production, and for the other process units here. For the electrical diagram is like this, and for the energy monitoring and control system, you can use it as a control on or monitoring only. So the most important here is when you get the energy information, you can understand what happened to your electricity. You can improve your reliability. You can improve your safety and reliability of your electrical system. Okay, that's it for my presentation. My booth is around here. We have many, from booth 2 until 10. So we have Masterpack MTZ connected, SM6 connected, and then all the solution is here. You can visit to my booth. Thank you.